I want to talk about a question that I get asked frequently. A question that I see posted on social media chat groups quite frequently, like a lot. And it always surprises me. So the question is, which is better, Thailand or Bali? Thailand or Bali? What do you think? What's your opinion? It's a fair question, but here's the thing. You can't compare them. That's my that's my short answer. You can't compare them. I know, bit of a cop out, but stay with me because I think Thailand and Bali are both absolutely amazing. Both. You can't compare. That's my short answer. I've been to both Thailand and Bali, both multiple times. They're both amazing. You've got to do both. They are so different. You can't compare. And so unique in their own way. So the question really is, what do you want to achieve from your travels? When do you want to go? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? You just can't compare. Let me let me give some reasons why. Let me explain. Let's start with geography. It's the first thing that comes to mind. Thailand is a country, a whole entire country. Bali is a province. It's one small island in the country of Indonesia. Did you know that? I've even seen some people not know that Bali is not its own country. Bali is one of 17,000 islands in the country of Indonesia. Thailand is a whole country. It's massive. It's diverse. It stretches over 500,000 kilometres. It's got diverse regions and climates, right from the south right up to the north. Up the north, you've got the mountains and Chiang Mai, and then you've got the big city in the middle of Bangkok. Down south, you've got Phuket and Krabi, Koh Samui, completely different to the north and the central. Each region in Thailand has its own local culture and vibe and climate and terrain. It would take weeks, months, years to explore all that Thailand has to offer. Bali, on the other hand, is an island, a stunning one, a famous one, the most popular island in Indonesia that tourists go to visit. It is the tourist mecca of Indonesia. However, it's just a province. It's one of 17,000 islands of Indonesia. Bali covers about 5,700 kilometres. You can drive across it in one day, which is tiny compared to Thailand. So the fact that Bali is smaller than Thailand doesn't mean it's any less amazing. It has its own diversity of beaches and mountains and culture in that tiny little island. You could explore it all in a few weeks. So if someone asks the question, which is better, a whole country or an island, you can't compare, right? It's not really a fair comparison. They're completely different scale. While Thailand offers a more larger, diverse, huge expanse of area to travel and explore, Bali is a lot more smaller and intimate. And it depends what you want to do on your travels. What do you want to see? Maybe you could ask which is better, Bali or Phuket. They're both small islands. Maybe you could ask which is better, Bali or Koh Samui. They're both small islands. Might be a better comparison, but they're still so different. They have completely different cultures, completely different religions, completely different vibes, completely different activities. You still can't compare. You've just got to check them both out. So it's not about which is better. It's not about comparing them. It's about asking, what are you looking for in your travels? Everyone is unique in what they want to experience, what they're looking for in a holiday. So, what do you want in a holiday? And which place will suit you better for what you want? Let's talk about culture. Thailand and Bali are worlds apart when it comes to culture. Okay, so they're both in Southeast Asia. They have some small similarities, Southeast Asia, but they're very different. Thailand is known as the land of smiles. Bali is known as the land of gods and the island of 1,000 temples. Thailand is deeply rooted in Buddhism. You can feel that everywhere you go. There are stunning golden temples everywhere you go. Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Phuket, everywhere. There's a mix of the big cities in Thailand, the urban chaos, and the peace and the calm of the spirituality. A Buddhism spirituality unique to Thailand. They have their own feel and vibe. Bali, on the other hand, is all about Hinduism, Balinese Hinduism. It has its own spiritual vibes, different from Buddhism, and actually different from the rest of Indonesia as well. Bali is quite unique. In Bali, spirituality is woven into every aspect of everyday lives. Bali is famous for its daily offerings all over the grounds of Bali. So the bottom line, you can't compare them. Their religions and their cultures are very different. They're both amazing. You've got to experience them both. It's like comparing apples to oranges. You just can't compare. Let's dive into landscapes. Both Thailand and Bali are famous for their beautiful landscapes, but they're both different. They've both got different things to offer. They both have beaches, but they're different. They both have mountains, but you've got to see them all. They both have rice fields, but you've got to go see them both. Thailand, think dramatic limestone cliffs towering out of the sea. Krabi and Phuket. The limestone cliffs of Krabi are just amazing and unique. You can't see them anywhere else. The jungles in the north around Chiang Mai. The white sandy beaches of Phuket that just stretch on and on. From bustling cities to mountains, rice fields, beaches. Thailand's got everything. So Bali is a lot smaller, but it's no less stunning. It has volcanoes and jungles and amazing beaches too. Bali is also known for its surfing, amazing surf spots, and its yoga retreats up in the mountains. And those amazing sunsets over the Indian Ocean. So can you compare them? No, not really. Depends what you're looking for. What do you want? They're both different. You've got to see them both. What about food? I love Thai food. I love Indonesian food. They're different. You've got to have them both. Do you love a Thai green curry or a Thai red curry or a pad Thai? Or how about a nasi goreng from Bali? Yum. What about the vibe and the travel style? What adventures are you looking for? Are you looking for the nightlife and the city bustle of a huge city like Bangkok? Are you looking for a backpacker's party scene that can only be found in places like Phi Phi Island, Koh Samui and Patong on Phuket? There's some pretty amazing party scenes there. And although I've been to those party scenes, you can still find a quiet beach to relax on. Bali is well known for relaxation. Bali is well known for surfing, very famous surf spots, and yoga retreats up in the mountains in Ubud. So what are you looking for? You're looking for somewhere that's more adventurous and expansive, or something quiet and intimate. They're both different. Let's talk about the seasons and the weather. Thailand and Bali have very different seasons and weather patterns.
Which is better, Thailand or Bali? I ask when.
It is something that's really important when you're planning your trip. When do you want to travel? And do you like to travel in the rain, or the sun, or the dry? You want to know when wet season is. Wet season can restrict and inhibit a lot of activities that you might want to do outdoors. Wet season is no good at the beaches. It stops the boats from travelling across islands to see amazing limestone cliffs. It stops you from going snorkeling. It changes if you're going surfing. Changes if you want to sunbake and soak up the sun. Changes if you want to walk jungles and see waterfalls. Wet season changes everything in Southeast Asia. It's a huge impact. So you want to know, when is it raining in Thailand and when is it raining in Bali?
Thailand has 3 seasons: hot, cool, and the wet or the monsoon season. The wet monsoon season typically runs from May to October. Bali in Indonesia has 2 seasons, wet and dry. Wet season runs from November to March. In December, January, and February, Thailand has the better weather. In June, July, and August, Bali has the better weather.
The good news is the wet seasons are at different times. So in a given year, you can do both. So when do you want to travel? So I find it works out really well for me. I love to go to Thailand when it's dry there. So I go to Thailand over the holiday season, late December to early January. And for me, I go to Bali when it's dry there. So that will be anywhere from June through to August as the best times. Why don't you do both? Because you can. So it depends when you want to travel. So at the end of the day, which is better, Thailand or Bali? You can't compare. They're both amazing. They're both very different. And they're both worth seeing. So the question really is, what do you want to achieve from your travels? When do you want to go? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? Then you can decide whether you'll go to Thailand or Bali first. Because you can then go check out the other one too. Just remember to enjoy the journey. Travel safe, happy traveling. Please hit subscribe for more travel tips and more travel guides and traveling with me, Linda. Happy traveling.